Thank you very much, Miss Sonata. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Aldwin Firia from OnGame. So in this presentation, I would like to share my experience building on games, especially during the pandemic times, and maybe I can share some, maybe like a basic tips and tricks on how we try to survive transforming from the on-site office into a full remote office now. So maybe we can go to the next slide. Uh, Okay, so On Games is mostly known for games that we make only for Indonesian market until today. So on 2016, we got a viral hit in Indonesia from a game called Tahu Bulat, and until today, the game is still being played by uh, thousands of people, and the game has been downloaded for more than 10 million times. Uh, can you please go to the next slide? But On Games has been started since 2011 when I'm still in a college, and we become a full company in 2013. We are based in Bandung, Indonesia, but since the pandemic start, we are now become a full remote office from various cities across in Indonesia. We have people in Sumatra, in Kalimantan, so everywhere else. Until today, we have more than 25 million downloads with 20 full-time employees. And currently, we are making games for HTML5 games, so the game can be played in browsers. And also, we are developing hyper casual games, very short games for everybody else to play. And for this type of games, we work together with a two top 5 hyper casual game publisher from all across the world. So, uh, can we go to the next slide? So just like any other game startups in everywhere else, especially in Indonesia, we develop games, we publish it ourselves. We sometimes go to the competition, and we sometimes won some awards and recognition. So it's been like a smooth sailing ride for us. We've been making game. Sometimes we found some challenges. We build games. We spend some times to build the games, and then the game doesn't have anybody to play. So sometimes we find challenges, but most of the time we are one of the most lucky developer in Indonesia, in the world maybe, where we make a game and we always found people that would love to enjoy and play our games. So it's been a very smooth riding for us. Can we go to the next slide? So basically, our business is just like we go to the office together, we meet everybody, and we start to brainstorming, and we try to find ideas, and we work together to make a good games. We always try to work together side by side and think how we make this more interesting. So it's been a very happy journey for us. We get more and more and more and more players. Until today, we have 25 million plus total downloads. And then go to the next slide. And then bam, the pandemic comes. Suddenly, what we used to do is just like come to the office and meet together, chat with other people, and then suddenly we cannot do it anymore. And then we also face another challenge in the business landscape. After the pandemic starts, more people are starting to put advertisement online and everything else. So we also find some challenges in getting organic user. We then found some challenges like we need to put more effort and also more budget into the marketing expenses. Even though the pandemic starts, so we might have another challenge on some of the budget that we need to allocate to support our remote office. And also we realized that we also need to spend more on the marketing to keep more of our more players coming to our to play our games. Okay, so that's why we start to change. From our business model. So can we move to the next slide? Uh, Before the pandemic, we already have provided services to some clients, but we keep the proportion small. So we can have more times to build our games and publish our games for players to play. But starting the pandemic, we also start to seeing that more people are starting to provide more entertainment solution for their customers. Even the company that used previously doesn't have games starts looking for games to serve to their customers. So that's why we put more investment and we put more effort in providing our services for the clients. And then we also realized that more people are start looking for games that can be served to their customer very quickly. Sometimes they just only have like maybe like 2 weeks or maybe 1 month. Most of the time they will need to have a games in a very short time. That's why we built a list of library of games that already have all of the complete the screens, the gameplay, and also the control and everything else. All we need to do is just changing the graphical assets to the company mascots, and also just put the branding inside the games. So the games should be ready in a very short time. That's why we provide the HTML5 games library. And then we also start making our own game portal as well. So previously, the player, if they want to play our game, they will need to download it from the Google Play Store and also Apple App Store. But for now, they can just only open the browser and then play our games directly. So yeah, this is what we've been starting doing since the pandemic starts. And can we go to the next slide? And luckily, again, even though, can we please go to the next slide? Even though we just start transitioning the business, we are very lucky to get several partners and clients that we can work together with. So if before the pandemic we only have the player to play our games from just downloading it from the Google Play Store, now you can also play our games in the My IM3 apps, which is a telco from Indosat Ooredoo in Indonesia. So they can open the application and then they can play our games inside their application. We also have a collaboration work with MRT Jakarta, where the user of MRT Jakarta application can also play the games inside their phones and inside their application. We also have several clients where we can provide our games, which is like Kompas Gramedia Group, with celebrating the Indonesian Independence Day this year using the online games, which we provide for them. Yeah, so even though it's kind of different from what we used to be doing before the pandemic starts, we finally able to find the ways on how we can keep providing games, keep providing entertainment for other player with the new business model. Okay, can we go to the next slide? So in this presentation, I would like to share maybe like just a basic technology innovation that we do in on games when we do the transformation from the on-site office to the remote office. This is a very basic information, but I think it can help for everybody else who may be just still figuring out. And this is not only for just like the game business, it's all for any kind of business. Can we go to the next slide? So the first one we found in chaos is the communication. Even before the pandemic started, we have been using WhatsApp because everybody use WhatsApp, right? But so when we start doing remote office, I think everybody also use the same option. We just use WhatsApp, and then it's been a good move for like maybe the first 1 or 2 weeks, and then after like a month, 2 months, we start finding some issues by using WhatsApp. The first one is we found WhatsApp is secure with the end-to-end encryption and everything else, but they put all of the information, especially images and document, inside the user phone, so it's not in the cloud. So it's being often that the file is missing, and or our employees start clearing the memory inside their phone, so the file is missing. Or even worse, sometimes they accidentally send the picture to the other. They might have a chance to send the picture that we send inside their phone to another contact inside their phone, because they also use the WhatsApp for their personal use. So after 1 month and 2 months, and then we see that the pandemic is still there. So we start using another option. The first one, of course, we go to the Slack. So Slack is a professional business communication tools with a comprehensive tool. They have a trading system and also other channel system and also other feature that can help communicate easily. But after the time, we also found that several of our customers also still using WhatsApp. So we try to move between Slack and WhatsApp, very often, and it somehow disturb our communication flow as well. And then Slack is free until some point, but they can still add some additional costs. So then after several trial and error, we try to move on to Discord as well. So Discord also have several features, lots of features actually like Slack. So they have a thread system and also channel system, so we can compile our communication much more easily. But and also at the same time, Discord is made for like a game community as well, so entertainment community as well. So we can also reach out our customer in Discord as well. Yes, and luckily Discord is also have a Nitro option, which is a premium option, but most of the other feature is as accessible as a free option. That's for the communication. Can we go to the next slide? We also start moving to the Google Workspace more extensively. Can we please go to the next slide? We try to move to Google Workspace extensively. If previously we just only use the Docs and also Google Sheet and Google Slide for our documentation, we now depend everything on the Google Meet and also Google Calendar. So even though it's not only for just the meeting, we also track like a deadlines and also like notification and everything else inside the Google Calendar. We also utilize the meeting for our daily operational, like maybe like stand-ups, sprint grooming, and everything else, reviews, regular review, everything we put it on the calendar. Which something that usually we just use it on the online timeline board, on-site timeline board in our office. And then maybe we can go to the next slide. We also start adopting more tools online. Maybe the one thing that I want to highlight is Notion. Notion is a tools for us to organizing our works. It is like a tools where we can put some information, important information, like maybe like SOP, and also in game development, we have a game development document, and also other documents like employee report and everything else. We put it on Notion. And we also use Kanban board inside the Notion directly, so we can track work efficiently. We also have internal tools called Gawe that we develop ourselves, that we can use to do daily employee report and also employee management and everything else. But this is just like a mention, because all of these features can also be using inside the Notion as well. Next. Okay, so that's all of the tools that we use to transforming from on-site to online office. But what we want to mention is this is not just about the technological changes. We need to always keep being adaptive. Next slide, please. So we use Google Trends to keep finding ideas on how we can find some relation between some stuff to the other stuff, and also we can find what is the current trend in several markets. And we also combine Google Trends with Facebook Ad Library. So Facebook Ad Library is a website that Facebook provides to support the advertising transparency in Facebook. So you can easily see the advertisement from your competitor and also from the several topics that you find in the Google Trends. That's why you can brainstorm some ideas, and then you can see which kind of ads has a good reach to the other people. With that resources, with that data, you can use it to brainstorm and back it and give it back to your team, so you can find a better idea that can have a good potential with the market as well. And then we also can you please go to the next slide? We also keep asking ourselves if currently, with all the tools that we already have right now, is it already in another new comfort zone for us? Are we already being too comfortable with the tools that we already have right now, because everything has been very a smooth journey for us now, but we are still keep checking for new tools right now. For example, we are still looking at Microsoft Teams. We already start moving to Microsoft Teams, so we have all of the document that we use on the Google Workspace before, but now we are starting to Microsoft Office suite, and also we start using Microsoft Teams and everything else to manage our works. Is it good enough? I don't know. But yeah, what I want to share with you right now is, even though we already have a good set of the tools that we can use to help building our doing our business remotely, please don't stop there. Please continue looking for a better solution for yourself as well. Okay, so for the last slide, next slide, and please remember, this is not just the tools, it's also about improving your business as well. So we start from On Game started in 2011 by making games for flash games, and then we moved to Nokia games. We start making games in Nokia phones, in Nokia feature phones. We even have the opportunity where our game is being preloaded. So when you buy Nokia phones, there will be already On games inside the phones. So everything has been a very good for us. And then suddenly Nokia being bought by Microsoft. And then from our revenue from the top chart go back to zero because Nokia suddenly closed the doors because it's being bought by Microsoft. And then we start going up again in the mobile business. We got a viral hit called Tahu Bulat in Indonesia. Everything has been good. We start building our team back again. And then the pandemic start. We found many other challenge again. So this is not just a stop for us. This is just another challenge. Even though now today from mobile game, we start moving back again to web browser game. So it's not just about the technology itself, but it's also about keep improving your business model as well. So yeah, that's all that I can share from my journey during this pandemic. Thank you.